A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic turn of events, Israel appears poised to respond decisively to Iran's recent missile attacks, marking a significant shift in the long-standing dynamics of Middle Eastern conflict. Analysts and officials are closely monitoring the situation as both nations seem ready to engage in a direct confrontation that could lead to devastating consequences for the region. This escalation follows Iran's second massive missile assault on Israel within just 6 months, prompting a consensus among Israeli military and political leaders that a robust response is necessary. Yoel Gazansky, a former senior security official, emphasized the urgency of the situation, stating, "We have a consensus in Israel that Israel should respond in force to Iran's attack." The recent missile strikes have crossed a critical threshold, targeting urban areas near Tel Aviv and raising alarms among Israelis who feel increasingly vulnerable to Iranian aggression. For years, Israel has conducted covert operations against Iranian interests, including sabotage and targeted assassinations, but the current climate suggests a shift towards overt military action. Critics of Israel often portray the nation as the primary instigator of unrest in the region, yet many Israelis view themselves as victims of persistent attacks from Iranian proxies like Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis. As calls grow for accountability from Iran, the potential for a prolonged and costly conflict looms large. Chris Hughes, the defense and security editor, noted that Iran's latest missile barrage signifies a departure from its historical reliance on proxy warfare. With Tehran now openly engaging in direct assaults, the stakes have been raised significantly. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has stated unequivocally that Iran will pay for its actions, indicating a possible shift in strategy towards targeting Iran's nuclear capabilities. The calculus for both nations is complicated by the presence of Hezbollah, Iran's powerful ally, which has thus far been cautious in deploying its forces against Israel. The delicate balance of power has kept Hezbollah from fully engaging, as Iran has sought to preserve its most potent military asset. However, with the current escalation, the possibility of a direct confrontation with Hezbollah cannot be ruled out. In response to the growing crisis, the UK has begun evacuating its nationals from Lebanon, with the first charter flight landing in Birmingham. Foreign Secretary David Lammy has assured that more flights are scheduled as the situation continues to deteriorate. British troops have been deployed to Cyprus in preparation for potential emergency evacuations, reflecting the seriousness with which the UK government views the escalating conflict. Meanwhile, the humanitarian crisis in Lebanon is worsening, with reports indicating that Israeli strikes have displaced over 1.2 million people. The United Nations has condemned the violence and warned that the region is teetering on the brink of a larger conflict. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres described the situation as leading the Middle East straight over the cliff, calling for immediate de-escalation and restraint from all parties involved. As the international community watches closely, the potential for a wider war involving multiple nations remains a pressing concern. The stakes are high, and the consequences of miscalculation could reverberate far beyond the borders of Israel and Iran. With both nations armed with advanced military capabilities, the prospect of an all-out conflict raises fears of a catastrophic outcome that could engulf the region in chaos. The coming days will be critical as the world waits to see how Israel and Iran navigate this dangerous and volatile landscape. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.